Good evening, Brian Shannon here from Alpha Trends Blogspot. Today is Monday, June 19th, 2006. This is the second video I've done today. The first one is stuck somewhere at Google. I did upload it to Yahoo as well, but looks like the images didn't come out. So I'm not going to repeat what I said on there. Just take a listen to it and then pull up a chart and kind of go along with that. Bottom line is, though, the market, the sellers were back again today. The NASDAQ, the S&P all made these lower lows in here, and that led to continued sell-off. The only potentially bullish thing I can see here is if the market can get back above that prior level of support, which is now acting as resistance right in this area. And let me just see where my trend tool went. But bottom line is, again, the market is guilty till proven innocent here. You got to expect that these rallies are more likely to fail when we have these one-day events. So these levels in here at about 38.20 or so. Let's call it 38.25. If the market can get back above 38.25 on these cues tomorrow, then maybe it's going to consolidate a little further up here. But again, most stocks are in downtrends. I just looked through a bunch of stocks and they looked absolutely horrible. It was very difficult to find anything that resembles a bullish chart pattern. PPHM, Peregrine Pharmaceuticals, is a low-priced one that does look somewhat bullish, more bullish than most of them. We've looked at this one before and had a good trade in it. But it's got this longer-term base in here on the weekly time frame. On the monthly, we can see that it's a pretty significant break in this level and potentially could get up towards 2.25, with the stock now trading at $1.67. This is about as bullish as you can find in this market. I think getting back above that 5-day moving average at about $1.73, then you might want to take a small speculative position in it. And besides that, really, I can't find anything bullish. It's kind of depressing. And a lot of times when I can't find anything bullish, that's when the market rallies. And just when I find a whole bunch of good-looking shorts, that's when the market rallies. So keep that in mind. Anadarko Petroleum looks like this stock has put in a pretty good top up here. It's broken down through this level of support that it's seen most of the year. And when we look at the daily chart, we can see it had that quick move lower. It popped back up, but now it looks like it's failing. So if this move fails to hold, I think you can get short Anadarko Petroleum, probably close to 47, or even in this area with a stop above that 47 level. I think you want to look for at least a test of the 44.5 level, and possibly if that 44.5 breaks, well, then this could be in for a whole lot bigger trouble. But I think 44 is probably a good target on APC, Anadarko Petroleum. BEA System or BE Aerospace, I guess. BEAV is the symbol here. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see a big uptrend that's getting destroyed by this market, like everything else is. Support in here, acting as resistance. Then we drill down to a shorter term time frame. We can see that the sellers have taken control today. Now we could look to sell this stock short. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame. We could sell it short in this area from $20 to $20.15. Let's say somewhere in that range. I think your stop could go just above this high right here. Looks about $20.47 or so for BEAV. I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter because I don't trust Google again, and it doesn't look like the Yahoo is working properly, so I will upload it to YouTube and keep it under 10 minutes. IVAC, Intevac Incorporated. Here's a $20 stock that looks like it's put in a nice top. Distribution, decline. Here it's in this nice stage 4, lower highs and lower lows. Look like it's headed for another lower low and maybe a test down towards this prior level of resistance that might become support near 15 if the sellers are to get real aggressive in there. It is somewhat near the 200-day moving average, so that's something to keep in mind. You want to be quick to cover your shorts if it starts to rally, particularly above this afternoon level right in here. I think this is where my stop will go, just above 1985. And ideally, if you could short it between, let's say, 1950 and 1960, that would be great, or maybe a break below today's lows as well which right here looks like to be about $19.27. So two ways to play IVAC as a potential short. MCHP, I mentioned in the earlier video, it looks like the sellers are in control. Should have been short here today. Today your stop right above there, about 32.55 or so is what I'm looking at. But again, it was depressing to see that it's really hard to find anything bullish in this market. Converse Technology, CMVT, had a huge breakdown over here, just kind of drifting lower, another gap lower. I think the sellers are really pressing in here, and I don't think it's washed out quite yet. We've had a low volume rally in CMVT up towards this $20 level. Now I think looking at the 5-minute chart, breaking below today's lows near 20, put your stop pretty close by, right above $20.30 or so. And I think you could see CMVT, drop down about $1 or so. And to risk 20 cents to make $1 is a very nice risk reward. The key to finding the risk reward in this market, I think, is keeping your stops very tight. ENER has been one of these big speculative stocks based on fuel cell technology and being in the Toyota Priuses and that sort of thing. Bottom line is, though, the sellers own this stock right now. The stock bounced over here. The sellers have retaken control under this level today. I think that you're probably going to see a retest of this low right in here near 31.30, and probably a move down to the round number of $30 a share. So at $34, where it is in 42 cents right now, I think your worst case stop is right above this high. But you could short it below today's lows with a stop just above this afternoon's low if you wanted to as well, at about 37.78 or so. So maybe about a risk of 50, 60 cents in ENER, and I think that this one could get going very quickly on the downside. You can see these big downward days. There's a lot of fear in this stock, a lot of momentum money moving out, and when the momentum money moves out of these stocks, it's like WFMI, and I've suggested a short in that today. I think that your stop right now ought to go, worst case, right above this high at about 61.90, which is close to about a break even on WFMI. Qualcomm, another big stock, looks like it's getting ready for another smash in here. The stock, big volume on the way down, low volume rally up in here. It came to the 10, 20-day moving, resistance near the 20-day moving average, and now on the 10-minute chart, the sellers looks like they're going to take control below the low of the last 2 days at about $43. So I think breaking below $43 a share, you're going to see a pretty quick $2 drop is what it looks like to me. And I think your stop goes just above this high here at about $43.65. So you're willing to risk 65 cents to make $2? That's the bet on Qualcomm. Last one I'm going to look at, VeriSign, VRSN. Here we've been looking at this one in the past. Looks like it's setting up a bigger top, and on the daily time frame, looks like we ought to see a test down near at least this 21 level. So that's about an 85-cent target on the downside. I think that the sellers own the stock right now. You could sell it short right around in here, or let's say breaking below today's low right here at about 21.75 with your stop just above 22. Let's call it 22.03. So the question here is, are you willing to risk about 25 cents in this case to see a test down towards this level for about an 80-cent profit? Sounds like a good risk reward to me. Those are decisions you're going to have to make based on your own decisions. All these charts that we've been looking at are brought to you by Realtic. My name again is Brian Shannon. Thanks for visiting my blog at Alpha Trends Blogspot. If you're seeing this somewhere else on the web, please go take a look at my blog. I've got other stuff there. Thanks for your time, and have a great day trading tomorrow.